Our basketball analyst, Tim Doyle, joining us now to break down what we just saw, because, Tim, from start to finish, everything was pointing in the direction of South Sudan pulling off the upset here. And even in that final sequence we saw, they had an opportunity to win it. I mean, what did you make of this matchup today?
Well, I mean, USA came into this game 44-point favorite. I mean, that is crazy to wrap your head around. And meanwhile, South Sudan led for over 23 minutes of this game. Hats off to Steve Kerr and his coaching staff. It takes a lot of guts to go out there and start your second team in the second half. And I thought that Derrick White, Drew Holiday, a couple guys that won championships, really changed the complexion of the game with their defense of Drew Holiday and the overall team concept from Derrick White. Now, they don't win this game, Haley, without LeBron James, who at 39 years old made the game-winning basket. He was still remarkable. He made some huge threes down the stretch. Here's the last basket. You see Gabriel there. He was matched up with Davis throughout the game. And if you don't mention Anthony Davis in this game, if he doesn't play, USA doesn't win. Obviously challenged the shot there, but he was all over the glass. He was a force to be reckoned with. USA, this is a team that's still coming together. There was no Kevin Durant in this game. They have traveled recently from Vegas to Abu Dhabi, now to London for this game, and they just came out flat. They got outscored by 21 points from the three-point line from South Sudan. So if they're ever going to pull off an upset, this was the recipe. They just came up one basket short.
I mean, man, when you said it was a 44-point swing in favor of Team USA, that's amazing when you think about the results of this one. And I like that you pointed out the travel schedule for Team USA, right? Because it's natural to feel kind of out of sync when you're going from America to everywhere around Europe. But this game was a little too close for comfort, and so were some of the other games that we've seen Team USA play in this showcase leading up to Paris. So are you worried at all that this team is maybe behind, so to speak, going into Paris?
Behind that, I'm not so sure about. I think that they get bored a lot watching this game. It was like everyone was kind of taking their turn going one-on-one. You watch Joel Embiid go one-on-one for a little bit. Then Anthony Davis went one-on-one for a little bit. Then Steph Curry went one-on-one. To answer your question, get used to seeing games like this. The rest of the world has caught up to us. And, LeBron James has won 2 gold medals, but he's also won a bronze, which means that he was on a team, LeBron was, that didn't win a gold medal in, Olympic-style play. So get used to these teams. Really, I mean, South Sudan did a great job defending. They obviously had length, and they had pros, so they weren't necessarily intimidated by this squad. But second half, I really thought the defense really notched it up. You see, offensively, they went out there, finally made some threes, 6 of 16 from three-point range. But it's crazy to me, Haley, to see Derrick White out on the floor, because I think if you compare Jaylen Brown and Derrick White, if you gave 10 GMs a pick of who you'd want, you would always take Jaylen Brown. But who is out there during crunch time of the game? It was Derrick White, because he's an amazing team player. And basketball is a team sport. So even though they have this great collection of talent, the key for Team USA is them buying in and playing as that team.
Yeah, it's hard to believe Derrick White was an alternate as well. He just joined this team, 2 weeks ago, replacing Kawhi Leonard. So good to see that they made the right choice there. Last one before we let you go, Tim, I want to ask you about the coaching, because you mentioned Steve Kerr and him having to sort of get in his bag. This was a 14-point deficit at the break for Team USA, and obviously they were able to overcome that. There's been a little bit of scrutiny about Steve Kerr as the coach of this team. What'd you make of the way he coached in this game?
Well, I think he definitely pushed the right buttons. I mean, he's got enough J.U. Ice as a player winning multiple NBA championships, and now as a coach winning multiple NBA championships, to make hard decisions. And he made a hard decision to take Steph Curry and LeBron James and say, you want to know something? We're going to go with a different crew here. And I thought that second team really got them going to start the second half. And then when LeBron came into the game, they had renewed life. They were playing harder. This was an amazing 3 by Kerr at the end of the third quarter. There were just multiple times in this game, Haley, I said to myself, well, this game's over. Oh, okay, it's over now. No, it's actually over right now. And the South Sudan just kept coming out of them. There's LeBron and his game-winning layup. LeBron was fantastic in this game. I mean, the guy is just unbelievable at 39, but he's still, that word, Haley, actually drives me crazy. Unbelievable. Everything's unbelievable. Unbelievable meal, unbelievable person. This guy's 39 years old, and he is the best basketball player in the world still. That, my friends, is unbelievable. What's not going to be unbelievable is these games in the Olympics. I expect the USA throughout their competition to be in dogfight after dogfight. And when Kevin Durant comes back, he's going to want to play. Steve Kerr is going to have to juggle these lineups. So this is just a small snippet of what I believe Team USA is going to see throughout the Olympics.
Well, one thing is for sure, they did not leave us wanting for anything else in this one. It was tight, but USA comes out on top. Our Tim Doyle joining us to react to this exciting basketball game ahead of the Olympics. Tim, thanks so much for your time. By the way, we're going to get this rematch between South Sudan and Team USA on July 31st because they are in the same group. So if that is any indication of what we can expect, it'll certainly be exciting. When we take a look at the odds to win the gold medal at the 2024 Olympics, it is Team USA way above the curve. Canada, France, Serbia all in the mix as well. But things will be exciting when Paris rolls around in a week.